Many houses have burned, especially on the west side of Fort McMurray.
I would say it's been the worst day of my career.
The majority of residents did evacuate the area as directed per the mandatory order.
You know, we close our eyes and we see fire. You know, I've never seen anything like this in my life, and I never want to see it again, and we're all in the same boat here.
So we lost everything now.
My home is burnt to the ground.
We are seeing, as we're canvassing the house, we're seeing significant signs of water and smoke damage, and in many cases there is not power to many parts of the community.
Our province is strong, and we will get through this.
But we'll come back.
How you evacuate a city that size just doesn't happen. You know, generally it's only small areas if there are evacuations, and this one here is such a mass exodus.
Well, here we are, the second stop. We're in Vermilion, Alberta, heading to Newfoundland, traveling with a newborn. He's almost 3 weeks old, so, you know, he's new to the world. He don't know what's going on. It's quite difficult, but yeah, being evacuated from Fort McMurray, this is what we got. Luckily, I managed to get the camper out. We got some clothes and some donations and stuff from Fort Saskatchewan, and the people are really friendly there, and they gave us a bit of money there, so we're trying to make our way back to Newfoundland for right now, until hopefully within a few weeks we can come back and, I don't know, rebuild or just go back to our home. It's pretty brutal.
Apparently the flames were so high next to the water that it was coming like snowflakes down with the ashes.
But yeah, when I was at work when we woke up and it was a nice beautiful day. We all went to work same as normal, and about lunchtime I think one of the girls at work looked out on the through the windows and said, "Oh, the smoke again." So we all went out to go look, and we saw just a little bit of smoke, and then within 5 minutes time it was a lot of smoke with 5 separate fires. It looked like 5 separate fires. And I said, I'm out of here. I left.
My mom she's like, look, it's raining, but it was raining ash and it was burning. It was burning as it was falling on our front lawn, and we just threw the rest of our stuff in, and we started driving off, and the 4 houses down was already on fire. So it was that quick. It was literally, maybe from the moment that I found out, it was 50 minutes at most.
We started our journey with a 40-foot RV, a van, and a car. We stopped at Walmart parking lot in Fort McMurray, told to get out. We went to Anzac, told to get out.
I got a call of my roommates and my friends to take my wife from Fraser Avenue and 2 kids with you wherever you are leaving from Fort McMurray. So I left my personal car there outside his home at Fraser Avenue, and I took his bigger car to move so we can put some luggage and we can take as many people as together to get out of Fort McMurray.
It was really hard though, sitting on the back of the truck watching the water bombers and the fire behind us, and you can't move. We sat there for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I mean, we weren't like Beacon Hill where the fire was beside you. So thank goodness we didn't have to experience that. That looked horrendous.
His house, my brother's house, is gone. All the way driving out of Fort McMurray.
We thought maybe ours was as well.
And my mom had passed away a few years ago, and I was asking her for help.
She did, because our house is still there.
Because I wanted to make sure, because I knew my brother's house was gone by then, so I wanted to make sure he had a place to go.
So I went to the next door neighbor, and a young guy was just wandering, thinking where can he get gas to put in his vehicle, and I said, please come and take as many jerry cans as you want and fill up your vehicle. And He's saying, I don't have cash on me. I said, it's not about cash. This is about you getting out of town safely.
Nothing. The smoke was so thick. Like, it was really thick. It was, you could see the fire, but the fire looked like it was kind of like a haze. It's like smoke screen after smoke screen after smoke screen, then you see this bright spot. When we finally got on top of the hill up by Gregoire and Beacon Hill and whatnot, like the Shell station was gone.
There was heavy traffic and we hadn't moved for about 25 minutes, and we had slowly watched the flames get closer and closer to the tree line, and finally we were stuck in traffic and we hadn't moved for about a half an hour, and people had started to sort of break formation. They had started to drive on the sidewalks and on the grass and drive on the wrong side of the road, and right when we had just passed this one corner, we looked in the rearview mirror and the flames were coming up and they breached the tree line, and it was 50-foot flames right behind us. And that's when I looked at Fallon and I just said, babe, we gotta go.
I had to go through a construction zone. I jumped a couple of curbs. You know, like, what do you do, right? But by that time, I turned on the radio and I heard that Beacon Hill and Abbotsford were evacuated. You know, so I knew the situation was pretty serious, and, you know, when you start to evacuate part of the town.
We were only on site for about 45 minutes, and they immediately put me on a medevac plane to evacuate me down to Edmonton, and Steph thankfully was able to get on a second plane about a half hour later.
Yeah, so I was able to get on one of the 737s that they had seconded for evacuees, and it was me and the other husband alone in this plane.
Yeah.
Tons of rows of open seats behind us, and we got the plane to ourselves and went all the way down to Edmonton to meet up with Valley.
Myself, like the rest of the world, saw what was unfolding on Tuesday night, and I just couldn't sit there and watch and think that there's like something I can't do.
I started hauling stuff just to a little storage room at the hotel, and every time I come out, the pile was twice the size, and then twice the size, and then the hotel manager says, well, I guess we're going to run with this. We're going to make this a drop-off center and a pickup center, and friends, next thing we knew, we had a volunteer base that was unbelievable.
And it's addictive, the helping and stuff like that. And you know who needs to sleep is the poor mom who's got her kids lying beside her and she doesn't have the answer, and every time she closes her eyes she sees poor McMurray in the rear view mirrors. And, but if I can say anything to poor McMurray, like, our hearts are with you, not just Parkland County, Spruce Grove, Stony Plain, Edmonton, and stuff like that. Like, the entire province is with you guys, the entire country is with you guys, and when I have 30 seconds to check Facebook, I see the entire world is with you guys. Like, we're with you, and we're gonna fight this battle. We're gonna win.
We actually went to Costco yesterday, and they donated a ton of flowers for free, and then the rest we bought with the money that we got. So we're going all around the city to different spots to give out flowers for Mom's Day.
Our hearts go out to all our friends, families, fellow Albertans, everyone that's been really affected by this fire. And immediately, as soon as we heard of this, our business just left intact. And what can we do to help? Can we support people? The little things we can do just to make everything a little bit easier for everyone that's been displaced, and you know, we can help rebuild once we're able to.
Came down yesterday. Been going strong ever since. I didn't take a break. I was up all night. We're here to help the people. So we're hoping that the media is going to take over here and help us out and keep going with what we're doing. We're doing a really good job. We're accommodating plenty of people just today alone, with 75, I'm pretty sure, if not more now. So, I mean, we're blessed with the donations. Keep it coming, and God bless.
It was really surprising that people were actually smiling, and I think that tells us more than words. And also I heard some stories about cab drivers that don't accept any money from people from Fort McMurray. Some people got free rides from the Edmonton airport to here. and people were just so grateful. I saw kids running around with face paintings. I see the playrooms set up for them. I would like to mention a lady. I saw her outside yesterday, outside of the building here, walking with a board, holding a board, and saying she has a room in her own house, and she would offer accommodation for 2 people from Fort McMurray.
I just might go back and help with the cleanup, because I'm a laborer. I don't mind physical work, and help clean up that town. I know a lot of people put down Fort McMurray, but here for me, it's a nice little town.
All kind of facilities available by Edmonton people, so I appreciate all of their well-doing for us. So thank you very much for all their support.
When we first got here, we stayed with a friend of ours in Spruce Grove, and she welcomed us. I'm so thankful for the reception we've received here in Edmonton. Like, stores offering up discounts, and like Fort Saskatchewan, we stopped in there, and the people are so lovely, and it's all volunteer at that spot.
Everything depends on Fort McMurray. I work there. I've been working there for quite some time, and that's where that's where the income comes from.
But we're people, right? So we're intelligent and we're smart, and we're gonna be faster, better, smarter, wiser, coming out of this. And that's what Fort McMurray is about.
Like the province of Alberta and even all over the country, the amount of support that people will give in a situation like this is amazing. And it really, even just hearing somebody say, let me know if you need anything, let me know if you need a meal, just like knowing that that's there is so comforting.
A house is just material goods, right? It's just stuff that that we can buy. It's not something that is of value, of true value. True value is life.
Hey everybody, this will probably be my last video, so I just wanted to send my best wishes out to everybody. There's so many people to thank, but I certainly want to thank the people that were here initially, the RES staff, RMWB staff, those brave people who fought the fight on the ground. You did a fantastic job. I want to thank the provincial support that came in those 3rd and 4th, 5th days, whenever it was, REOC staff. I want to thank the federal support we've received. I want to thank Mayor and Council for their support, the leadership team for their support. But most of all, I really want to thank the people, because if you had not driven safely and not panicked, we would have never got you all out of it. You did a fantastic job. I know you might be getting impatient, but I've just been upstairs and they are working really, really hard on that plan to get you home. I know we'll see you soon. I'm going to take a little bit of time off with my family and then I'll come back. So it's been my pleasure. It's been my honor. See you soon. Take care.
Many have been burnt and are just trying to rise from the ashes. Just take a look around and see the result of the crashes. Cause life is filled with so much turmoil and clashes, and people believe and are fully convinced that the lack of cash is the problem. And if they had just some more cash, then their problems would be solved. But there's other factors involved, and if we don't resolve them, we'll be stuck like Chuck in a rut. And it'll be hard to evolve from this mess and the stress of just struggling and striving, working 2 and 3 jobs and just barely surviving and running out of gas when you need to keep driving. I'm so sick of the doom and despair. I wanna see life in your eyes, and it's time to start rising. I know you're tired, but you have to keep fighting. Don't lose faith, cause there's hope on the horizon. Those dark, dreary days will begin to brighten, cause life's been hard on you, but yet you're still breathing. Bitter, broken, and jaded. See, I know you got reason, but let what is dead die so you can stop grieving. Situations and circumstances change, giving way to new seasons. See, God gave you a life with so much to give, and how you show your appreciation is by how you live. So stop putting your trust in worthless things that won't last. A clean conscience and a pure heart toward God is worth more than cash. So humble yourself and learn from life lessons, and you'll rise from the ashes and live a life full of blessing.